in the drones in New Jersey. And are they ours? Are they Russia's? Are they China's? Are they extraterrestrial in nature? A lot of people don't really know. So, with all the news coming around, they've been cited almost nightly. And if you think about what's happening right now, I reported back on, well, last month in November, around November 8th, these drones have been flying around and there have been between 5 to 12, and they're ranging in size from between some of them just a few feet, some of them are as big as a car or a small airplane. So you know that whoever is operating these drones, they've got money. They've got good money. Now, some people on the ground in that area are keeping good eyes on them and they're trying to figure out where are these things landing. And one person has said that one of them has landed out near the ocean, that they're coming out of the water. Well, that's what a lot of extraterrestrial ships do. They come up out of the water. Now, I'm not saying that these are extraterrestrials operating these crafts, okay? Yes, they're real and they've been here for a long time, but let's get one thing straight. Some people are saying that these things may have explosives or a bomb on them. If they wanted to attack, they'd have already done that a long time ago. This isn't the first wave of drones around a military installation, okay? So they're around Picatinny Arsenal, which develops high grade weaponry as protection for the military in general, primarily the Army. But it's not just Picatinny Arsenal that they're flying around other parts of New Jersey and that surrounding area. And like I said, at first it was reported between 5 and 12. Now it's even up to dozens of these things. And some people are reporting that they can even go as fast as 100 miles an hour. Now that seems a little bit crazy for a drone. But unless this thing is the Mothman, which from our parts in West Virginia has been reported to go as fast as 100 miles an hour with red eyes, I don't think it's the Mothman. So unless it is, I think we're dealing with something that's a little bit more sophisticated. And we're not getting any word from our law enforcement or FBI on what these things or where they belong to. These things are even reported as following some FBI agents on their way home in their cars. So is it ours? I don't know. It could actually be, and I'll entertain the thought because if you guys remember the Chinese spy balloons of last year and the year before, how that was a big answer, and we never got any answers for that, but it was a big event that was documented by our mass media. And if you remember, the news was always saying they thought it was Russia or China. Primarily, they thought it was China. But it didn't make a lot of sense to me, and I came out back then from one of our sources and I said that what these things are actually belong to our black budget deep state military. I want to say deep state. I don't know if it was from the deep state, but black budget military, stuff that people don't know about. And what the Chinese spy balloons were that the media was terming was actually powered by an anti gravity or anti propulsion device. It was a little black canister inside of a white balloon. That, if you want to call it a balloon, it was, in my opinion, smaller than that. A white sphere, you might say, and it would hover and fly up about 40,000 feet, which is about what, as high as conventional aircraft and planes go. And people in planes were reporting these balloons were up there and they were getting pretty freaked out about it because nobody acted like they could control these things. Nobody wanted to shoot them down because they were fearful they were going to piss off some foreign nation or something. But what if they were really our own and that's why we weren't getting answers? What if somehow it was more mass confusion? I mean, it's not that far-fetched to think. I mean, that's what our government has been doing for a long time with a lot of the false flag shooters and stuff like that. It's all been mass confusion. I mean, you look at the Trump shooting event in Butler, Pennsylvania. That's all that was mass confusion. And now it's appearing that maybe the whole thing was just a put on. I don't know. We need to do a little more digging on that. But the FBI had their hands involved in that. So I don't know if this is just psyoptics or what's going on, but we're getting no answers. And people are saying they're coming from the oceans, and some of them are as big as vehicles. So it's somebody with some money. We know that. And it's illegal for them to be flying here, so we're told, but nobody's stopping them. Now, This isn't, like I said, the first time that these drones have been flying around a military installation. If you remember last year, they were flying around Langley Air Force Base. So, lots of interesting things to consider. This is going to keep going on. I'm not sure if I have an answer for you guys, but I would say that there's a possibility that they might be ours. I don't know yet. But if it's extraterrestrial in nature, the technology is probably going to be a little better than what we're looking at right now. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes on the skies. We are in the middle of a big UFO flap. We're getting reports here, even where I'm at in West Virginia, that there was one on the Little Kanawha River at night between the hours of 2 and 3 in the morning. Now, I've not seen it. I haven't been able to get out there during those hours, and I haven't really heard anybody else making these claims, but we did see the Black Hawk helicopter coming out that was supposedly chasing it around. So we have seen that, but we haven't seen it for about 3 weeks, not since the weather's been really cold. So we're getting a big warm up here coming up. Finally, we're not supposed to be getting cold weather this early in December. Some of you guys are preparing for a blizzard. So stay safe out there. Keep your eyes on the sky, and you might see something.